She's a Paralympian, a fearless swimmer, and a fierce believer in redefining what's possible. From childhood asthma to Olympic bronze, Theresa Goh proves that joy, not limits, leads the way. I'm Chris Choo, and this is HOTPLATE SG60. Theresa, welcome to HOTPLATE SG60.
Thank you so much for having me.
You know, it's such an honor to have an Olympian in my midst. Is the fact that you're differently abled congenital?
Mhm.
Were you born with
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, so my disability is from birth. And I have no problems with it being a disability, being called a disability. I think I've gone through various phases of the term and my comfort level with it, At some point I probably wasn't as comfortable with being called disabled. But at this point I'm super comfortable with being called a disabled person. I'm proud of it. I embrace it. It is who I am. It's gotten me to where I've gotten and who the person I am today is because of all the experiences I've had.
I personally think that
Mm.
this is a struggle, okay? And I'm speaking from my heart as a first-hand father of a autistic daughter.
Mm.
It's painful to me
Mm.
because she's labeled
Mm.
and she wants to be herself.
Yep.
But I'm constantly telling her, be normal, right?
Yeah.
And she's trying very hard to be normal. But then after a while, am I the one who's wrong? Right?
Mm.
Because I'm labeling her something and she can't be her authentic self.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in today's society, she is disabled. My daughter is disabled. I
Yeah.
mean, or differently abled,
Mm,
if you want to use a euphemism.
Mm.
So what do you think normality is? Or is there such a thing as normality? Or, vis-a-vis disability or differently able? What's your
Yeah.
opinion on this?
I mean,
in the context of Singapore society.
yeah. I mean, in the context of Singapore society, it also depends on which circle you're in, I think. For me, the circles that I run in, we maybe because of the number of disabled people in the group, are we normal in our own group? I think normalcy is subjective sometimes, Something that used to be normal 100 years ago is not that normal these days, I think normalcy is deemed by how we perceive it, I think. So like right now, if you see more people on wheelchairs go out, more disabled people go out, there's an element of more normalcy that we are seen as because we're not seen as they don't really go out, we as people see, or as the public kind of are able to see more and more disabled people out in the streets or on TV or on the papers, that then there's a little bit more of normalizing there.
Normalization,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Normalization.
Yeah.
Right.
So it really depends. I think that it doesn't have to be good or bad to be normal. Like I personally don't really chase the desire to want to be normal.
Actually, that's the interesting thing, right? I mean, the way I view life is that everyone is disabled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mentally, I mean, I look normal. I have all my senses, but when I was growing up, I had very bad asthma. I'm not comparing whose disabilities was. I couldn't breathe. And the doctor told me, you're going to be like this for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
A weakling, all right? So I said, no, I can't be like this. Nowadays, I don't use an inhaler at all. I was that bad. I was on the nebulizer, right?
Nebulizer.
And I said, okay, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to swim. Swimming saved me.
Yeah.
I swam like crazy and I ran like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And he went away. If I listened to the doctor said, don't do. You might get an attack while you're doing this and nobody's going to save you.
Yeah.
I said, screw this. I mean, I'm so young. I'm not going to be an invalid, right? So I swam a lot and I ran a lot and I don't need it now. I'm an athlete. At my age, all right, I still can run a 5K in sub 25 minutes at my age, and I'm old. You know what I mean, right? So did swimming do a similar thing for you? What was it, you know?
Very similar, actually. I had childhood asthma too. So,
Ah,
yeah, I was on nebulizer. I had an inhaler growing up. Doctors said similar things. It's going to be a lifelong thing. You know, you're going to be affected by this for the rest of your life. But yeah, I mean, swimming really changed the game for me in the same way that it did for you. You know, I don't have asthma these days. Haven't had an attack in what? I can't even remember the last time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Neither
So
can I.
yeah, I mean, it's also like interesting because
See, it's labels, right?
Yeah.
If you see the doctor, I don't blame the doctors, right?
Yeah.
It's their job to advise you.
It's a guidance,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. But
Yeah.
if I had accepted that label,
Yeah.
then I wouldn't be what I am
Yeah,
today. I would
yeah.
have just not exercised. I would have not pursued what I want mentally project myself to be. You know, mental
your
strength,
asthma
mental
would still
projection.
be there.
Yeah, and my asthma would still be there.
Yeah, it's the same way I think for my parents when I was born. I was a firstborn child, you know. So when I was born with spina bifida, which is why I'm on the chair now. There's also quite a range of how spina bifida affects people. So I have friends who have spina bifida, but they're walking around like regular able-bodied people. I have friends who are on the other extreme end, so they have like a shunt at the back of their skull to drain fluids. And I'm kind of in the middle, right? So when I was born, it was also quite a new thing, spina bifida. My parents were told, you know, oh, this is going to be a low quality life for her. She's not going to be able to do much, you know, you got to be prepared for this and that. So again, in the same way, I think maybe doctors kind of have a guidance to give you almost the worst case so that if the good things happen, you're not like you have a bit more hope, you know, in kind of going a more positive trajectory. I don't know, like, but it was a similar thing.
I think that you are an amazing role model for drive, you know, passion, and just projecting what you want. The power of thought is so important, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so powerful that it can overcome many things that are insurmountable. You know?
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah. And like our daughter, we were told by doctors that she won't be able to talk for the rest of her life. She speaks.
Yeah.
And she reads. Right?
Yeah.
So sometimes self-belief, your own projection, a desire can change many things.
Completely.
Yeah?
Yeah. Agreed. 100%.
Yeah.
I think it's limitations are usually only set by people around you. You know, you can set your own limits, but I think it's also up to you to remove those. You know, you decide how far you want to go, how much you want to do, how much further you can go, because it's also up to you to do it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's limitations are okay. People set it for you, but you can change that. You know. Yeah.
And I like your approach that, you know, you're okay with the whatever labels people talk. And for me, it's like, you know, if I were to treat you differently, then I would be patronizing you. You're a person. Everyone has disabilities. Maybe some disabilities you don't see, some disabilities are more obvious. So I'm just going to treat you as a normal person, as a straightforward. I'm not going to patronize you by, oh, I cannot talk about this, I cannot talk about that. I think that's absolutely wrong. You know.
Thank you. Yeah.
Because you know, you get a lot of third party advice. I get a lot of third party advice about my daughter. Some people have, you know, they come, oh, what's she gonna do? Are you giving her life skills? No. For me, the power of thought give her the belief in herself, and she will find her way through life. But if you treat her as different, as weak, disabled in the sense that she will always need somebody else to take care of her, then that projection will change her.
And she will believe it, right?
Yeah, and she will believe it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You're such a role model. That's amazing. So swimming, let's come to swimming.
Yes.
Because of
the fact that you're differently able, were there certain strokes that you did better? I'm just very curious because I like swimming myself, right? So did you choose the breaststroke because it required the most upper body strength?
That's actually the first time I've been asked that question. It's an interesting question. I think I don't think so. I mean, my very first coach was my father, right?
Yeah.
He in swimming in Singapore, everywhere you go, there's a swimming pool. There's no shortage of pools in Singapore. And why we chose swimming was partly that there's no shortage of venues, but also just the feeling of being in the water is something that I cannot replicate anywhere else. You know, the feeling of weightlessness, freedom, going wherever I want to go. It's not something I can kind of do on land, let's just say, right? So we did swimming every weekend as a family. My dad taught me how to swim breaststroke, mainly because that's the stroke he knows how to swim.
In the Olympics, you had all the strokes?
When I started training with my coach, the approach was never to say what I cannot do. It was really to begin with, let's see what you can do, you know. Let's try this, let's try that. You can't do that, let's try it another way, you know. It's a matter of opportunity rather than let's see what you can't do, you know. Yeah.
I love that approach. You know, it's like, yeah, everyone needs to have that approach rather than label someone and say, nope, you can't do that. Let's try. Let's see whether you can do it. And most of the time, one is pleasantly surprised by what one can achieve in life. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of fear maybe attached to it, you know. When you talk about disabled people, sometimes people have an element of fear because what if this happens? What if that happens? You know, I think with my family especially, my parents never really applied their fear upon me. So all these, what I tell you now is from them. You know, they're the ones who removed their own fear when it came to bringing me up. You know, I've never really walked without braces, like leg braces. So when I was a child, about 7 or 9, around then, I was around the playground with my parents, and I was walking on crutches then. And I saw this really tall playground structure, and I told my mom and dad I wanted to climb it. And maybe on the first kind of feeling for them might have been a bit of fear. What if she falls down? What if she gets hurt? But again, they put that aside. They said, okay, let her try. So I did try. I put it to the side, and I slowly made my way up to the structure. At that point, it looked really tall. I'm not sure whether it was really tall. But
I'm sure it was. You must have been tiny. Right?
Yeah, but it was just that action of not allowing me to be afraid first, you know, because they could very easily say, no, don't, you might fall down. That's not, you know. But they allow me to do that. And I think that approach was something that they applied in a lot of other instances. So then it made me kind of also move through life kind of unafraid, you know.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it's really from home. It's from my parents. You know, when I was born, again, the doctor said, oh, your child's going to have a low quality life, you know. I think at some point they asked, do you want to kind of put all the resources you have onto her, making sure she'll survive? So contrary to what people think, they said, no, let's just give her the basic care. Because if she survives, then we will give her all she needs. But if she doesn't, then that's just life, right? You know, it's a bit of a realistic approach to it, but also what can they really realistically give me at that point? You know, they're not rich, you know, they don't wanna, I don't want them to be putting themselves into debt just to make me live and not like thrive in life, you know. So I think it's different approaches. There's no right or wrong.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right. But life is like that, right?
Life is like,
we go through it, we do our best, and see what happens.
Exactly.
So what's life like now post your Olympic medal? I hear you're trying many other sports.
Oh yeah, has word gotten around?
So what are you trying?
I retired, I think, in 2019. So it's been what, 6 years? 6 years? Yeah, 6 years. And I mean, I've gone on to take a job. I went to Sports Singapore to work for a couple of years, and now I'm in the Singapore Disability Sports Council, which is also the council that kind of brought me up as an athlete, prepared me for competitions, gave me my coaches, and kind of brought me to where I got to. and allowed me to kind of move to go to all the 4 different Paralympic Games that I got to.
Okay.
So I'm working there now, but I'm also kind of in the last couple of years feeling a little bit itchy.
Yeah, I'm once a sports person, right? Always a sports person.
I was done. I thought I was done.
Nah, definitely not.
So I had a bit of like lack of purpose, I would say. I felt like I needed something else. So I went to try, I'm trying out shooting and shot put also.
Shooting as in
like air pistol. Yeah.
Wow.
So you know the recent Olympic Games, there was the Turkish guy looking really cool with no gear.
Yeah.
So air pistol shooting and shot put.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, just want to see where it goes. I don't really have like grand ambitions at this point.
Oh, come on with your spirit. You know, it's the next Olympic medal for you.
I just want to see. Like I just want to see where it goes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Something exciting to look forward to.
Now, for your photos.
Yes.
What a lovely family.
My sister's on the right, so she's
okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is really a regular occurrence for us. You know, every weekend, we will look forward to going to the pool with my parents, just playing, kids and just having fun.
Which swimming pool is this? It's got palm trees and all, or was it like that? Swimming pools like that in the old days? Where?
To be completely honest, I don't remember. This was in our. Can you see it? It's like a totem kind of pole of our faces. Just something silly, I think.
And which one's you? Right on top?
I am above my dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this was somebody's birthday, maybe. Okay. So yeah, we actually get together now. This is my dad in his best.
He's a bit of a joker. Huh?
He is. I mean, he's always loved to make us laugh, and he's.
Is that you?
Yes. I obviously take after my father.
Yeah. The same expression, right?
Exactly. I like to copy him.
What's with the tongue thing, right?
I really don't know.
This is cute. Okay. And this is you. Oh, you're so cute in this.
Thank you. Yeah. This was 92. Yeah. There was, I think, just another public pool. It was a regular thing. I love the pool. I still do. I really don't know any other place I feel the same way about the swimming pool.
So cute with your dad. He's really proud of you. You can see. Look at that.
Thank you.
Oh, he's just beaming.
This was I think I went to try kayaking or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. Tell us about this proud moment.
It's the all-important Rio. I mean, I did 4 games in total. So this was my very last 4th Paralympic Games. And I think why this meant so much to me was because I had really big dreams and hopes to get a medal in the 2nd Paralympic Games, which was in Beijing, 2008. Okay. It was the first time that we had our first Paralympic gold from my friend Yiping Siu. And I had been slated to get something too, but I missed out by 0.7 seconds. So I got 4th just by a touch. I think that really kind of set the tone for me for a little bit of a downhill kind of feeling for the next couple of years. Mm-hmm. And it could have made or broke me, to be honest, because I was really close to stepping away from swimming.
What gave you that final drive to say, let's go for it?
It was internal. It was inside. Just
you had to do it.
Yeah, I had to. I couldn't leave. It was.
It's like the mountain's there. Why are you climbing that mountain? Because it's there, right?
I have to. Yeah, it's just there. It's a feeling. Like I think I always tell people, logically maybe it would have made sense to walk away or wheel away. At that point.
Thank God you didn't follow logic. I mean, logic is the killer of many dreams,
logic,
right? Yeah.
It doesn't matter really what makes the most sense per se. It's what you want to do. So at that point where I had to make a choice, I wanted to carry on. So I went for 2 more. London was really just a point of enjoying the water again, because I was really, really sad when I looked at the pool. Once London came about, I think there was a shift in my mindset in wanting to really, really put everything I had and to chase Rio. And the funny thing is, if I had not gotten my medal, I would have been completely fine because of the kind of the work I had done to the point of self-belief and confidence and the value I placed on myself. If I didn't have my medal, I would be the same person.
That's important in life, right? I mean, chasing things all the time. All right. can cause mental health issues. I mean, you need to have a drive, but at the same time, you need the ability to say, yeah, okay, it didn't happen. I mean, you shouldn't be crushed by
Something
defeat or
material.
loss or failure, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you are still yourself.
Exactly.
I think that's one of the things that I find difficult, but it's changing in Singapore. It's like
Do you think so?
success is very narrowly
Yeah.
defined,
Yeah.
right? Success is so narrowly defined. It means that you have to have an amazing career within a defined number of vocations, doctor, lawyer, CEO, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not within that,
You're not successful.
You're not successful already. And then within that, you need to have this amount of money, earn this amount of money, which
not
many
a
people
dollar
can do
less,
that,
you know.
right? And if you can, even if you do that, I know many people who are not satisfied.
Exactly.
I mean, they are not happy with their lives because internally some of them want to be musicians, want to be artists.
I remember I did this article once, quite many years back, about the importance of happiness to me, right? And there were so many comments saying that was so unrealistic, idealistic. I'm like, yeah, but in the end, what do we really have if we don't have happiness, you know?
Yeah.
I think...
the question is, like, you know, why can't you have happiness all the time?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shouldn't that be the objective? To be happy most of the time, right?
Yeah. It's not, you can't be maybe 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, it's human emotion, right? But isn't that something you want to chase, you know?
Yeah, absolutely right.
Content,
Yeah, absolutely
satisfaction in life. I think we're always going to chase money and the ladder and more and more and more. And we're never going to be happy with what we get, because every time we get to the point, we're like, how about a bit more? And then we get to the point, how about a little bit more?
The sad thing is that a lot of these things we are after are determined by perception of what success to be, and other people, you know, and other people is like keeping up with the Joneses, right? Okay, you've got a big car, I need a bigger car, right?
Yeah.
And it's just 4 wheels to get you from A to B. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Hop into a taxi, right?
I got to the same place. Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah. But I see it changing. I see Singapore changing, you know, especially with your generation. You know, it's a wonderful thing. Things are changing. You know, I grew up very much in the old school where, okay, that's it. You go and do this. Go study economics. I did study economics. I did work in banking. I did work in finance. I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
Yeah.
Now I cook for a living.
And you're happier.
I'm happy.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through one more photo and you in action. Wow, garang, as they say, very garang.
Thank you. Yeah, it's always for me, like when the photos come out after the games, I always get worried whether they caught me in a good shot or not.
Yeah, of course.
Because I can't control my expressions.
Gorgeous profile, especially with swimming, right?
Exactly. But this was probably my Rio race, you know, where I was it's either the heats or the finals, and all I was thinking of was, let's have fun, you know. I think at this point. and you know, the thing about sports, right? When you have fun, you do your best. Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Do I open it?
Yeah, please open it and show.
Yeah. So this is my Rio medal,
Wow.
and there's a bell inside. Because the gold, silver, bronze all have different tones and different loudness for the blind athletes. Yeah. Of course.
Oh, such an honor. Nope, it's not my Olympic bronze. Nope. But hey, I'm going to look like. I'm going to pose for it.
You can do a medal ceremony later.
Okay. Now, I hope you're hungry because we are going to prepare a babi pongte.
Nice.
Yeah, you'll help me.
Okay.
Okay.
I will help you try. I'll try.
Thank you. Please keep this safe. It's so precious.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm going to be cooking babi pongte. I heard your partner Kat is Peranakan, right?
Yes.
So first we put in some oil.
Watching Chris cooking.
Okay, cinnamon sticks. They go in. Yeah, 3. So what kind of food do you enjoy?
I like all kinds, to be honest. Like, I like food.
Okay.
But I do like my spicy food a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, so...
But when you're swimming, do you have to follow a special diet, I guess?
Not in terms of spice, but more like the fried stuff.
You got to avoid all the fried
as
stuff.
much as possible.
Okay.
But I'm not. It's not so strict. Like, I can indulge once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do enjoy my food a lot.
Garlic and shallots. Peranakan flavors are very subtle. You need a good balance of sweet, sour, salty. It must be balanced properly. But a lot of people think that Peranakan food should be sweet. And when you eat outside, well, at least when I eat outside, it's like, why so sweet? Right?
Yeah, I hear the same comments from a certain somebody.
Yeah. Okay, this is tau chiao, or fermented bean. So we grind it down and stir it. Bit of soy sauce, a bit of palm sugar. You can smell the tau chiao. Yeah, the tau chiao is a very unique flavor. Sometimes you look at the dish, right? It is very simple, man. It can't taste great, but it's the way it's cooked.
Yeah.
And the elders, being so wise, they have said, okay, this is it. This is the magic.
Yeah.
Through years and years of cooking, more doesn't mean better. Sometimes when you cook something that, wow, I put more liao, better lah. No.
Yeah.
Simpler the better.
Exactly.
Right? What I need your help is to help me incorporate the paste with the babi and some of the other ingredients, and then I'll put it onto the stove to cook. Theresa, let's assemble the babi pongteh. Babi goes in first.
Okay. This is the part I'm good at assembling.
Yes, no, I'm sure you can cook this. Okay, now this is where we need the strength that you have for swimming come in. You just pour in the spice mix, the rempah.
Everything.
Pour in everything. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, mix it thoroughly.
Do you normally use the hands for?
Yeah, you could, but
Sometimes.
it works with this either. Also, scoop out the mushrooms. Just put them. Scoop them out. So these are reconstituted Chinese mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms. It adds a lot of flavor to this.
They're always very flavorful.
Yeah. So you see Malay influences, Chinese influences in this dish. Give it a good stirring, and the potatoes are not finally penultimate. Yeah, come. Yes, everything. Give it a good stir. Give it a good coating. Okay, that's it. Now, this is raw garlic. Just chuck the whole thing in. Give it a rough stir. Make sure. That's fine. Okay. Give it a bit of a stir. And we are done. Okay, now the shiitake juice is very important. This is what it's going to braise in. Just pour in the shiitake.
Babi pongteh is a heritage dish from Singapore's Peranakans, Chinese settlers who blended with Malay culture. This braised pork stew fuses Chinese technique with local flavor.
And we're done. Great.
That was easy.
Well, I'm going to now put this on the boil. Ready? Voila. It's cooked with belly pork.
Yeah.
So that's the tastiest bit of
The pig.
Yeah, that's the tastiest.
Exactly.
Some dishes are not meant to overwhelm you. It's just one flavor profile. This babi pongte is like that. You taste the tang chiao. That's it. You know, don't add chili or anything like that. You don't want too complicated. Then you say, what is this?
You don't have to do too much, right?
Just one flavor.
I mean, food sometimes is like, you just want something simple and tasty, you know? I always say like food is such linked to memory, like certain memories. There's certain dishes that remind me of specific periods in life, right? For example, like bak kut teh. There was a period of time where I came back from competitions and we go straight to this bak kut teh place and we have bak kut teh. So it's linked to like family also for me. And then there's a specific like prawn noodles that I always had with my dad when he was sending me to work. You know, it's food is memory. You know,
Yeah,
food
it is. It is.
That kind
It is. Yeah. When you eat something, brings back a lot of memories. Also, it brings back, I think, all sorts of memory, like olfactory. You can actually smell, and you know, like memories have a taste and the smell as well. That's why food is such a strong thing that brings back all these memories.
Exactly. I think good and bad, right?
Yeah, good and bad, yeah. But you say bak kut teh, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to cook bak kut teh tomorrow. Bak kut teh.
Maybe we also. Bak kut teh is like, like we always talk about our, what do you call it? Like the last dish we want to eat, or like our, what's it called? The death meal. You know. I would say bak kut teh has to be one of it for me. Like the super peppery.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
With,
you know, we've had 2 Ang Mo guests who have said that bak kut teh is their favorite meal.
Really?
And they requested that I cook bak kut teh. There was one more American guy. I was shocked. He wanted kway chap.
Really? Wow.
Yes, wow, that's a real acquired taste, man. Kway chap.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
a lot of Singaporeans also like, unless you're old school, you're not gonna eat kway chap, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I think it speaks to the kind of personality that they have also. You know, they're daring to try and try just different kinds of food.
But maybe what he meant was, my mom's cooking is really lousy, it's really crap, so it tastes like home.
No. It's all perception. I think like home is something it's so underrated, you know, especially when you're not home. You know, whenever I'm overseas also, like for extended period of time, you just crave that little bit of familiarity, you know, a little bit of like comfort. And home is comfort, you know.
Catch more dishes and episodes on
HOTPLATE SG60.
Theresa Goh reminded us strength is quiet, but conviction simmers loud. In that pot of babi pongte, everything came together. Harmony never tasted clearer. This is HOTPLATE SG60. Watch more episodes